Hello? 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 Hold on a minute. Hello? 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 And welcome back. Or welcome to Wisteria. ASMR. And in today's video, we're going to be doing something that I don't very often do, but I like to do it every once in a while, and that is movie review ASMR. Well, in this case it is movie review ASMR, but there will be spoilers for this movie if you've not seen it yet. So I recommend clicking off if you have not seen the movie yet and you don't want it to be spoiled for you. So yeah, let's give my honest opinion about the movie that I didn't really like it that much. If you know what movie I'm talking about, and that is Until Dawn. Basically, the movie is based off the video game where, they're in a cabin, like, out in this remote resort, and there's, like, all sorts of monsters and different things like that they have to escape before dawn, or they become a part of it. And I think for a movie, I don't know, it just doesn't do the same thing. Like, for a video game, I understand that, but to turn, this video game into a movie, I just don't think it was that great. I don't think that it should have been turned into a movie, but that's just me. I mean, when it comes to something like this where it takes a deep dive into characters' choices and if they choose to live in this world or become a part of it, whatever. It's basically a movie that just sees the characters, trying to survive over and over again instead of basing the movie off of what the premise was supposed to be. The movie is so different than the video game because I don't really think they took any. I don't think they actually took any facts or actual ideas that made the video game what it is to make the movie even better. It's like they just grabbed a bunch of random actors and just kind of like, let's just throw these people in the movie and see if we can make it work. That's kind of like what I got from that. I mean, did it scare me? Yes, a couple of times, but did it have me fully invested in what was going on? No. And I think for a movie like this, it should have had me a little bit more invested than it did. Yeah. But it's like, it should have based it more to like where the video game's perspective was, where they made the characters make choices based on their survival, and they didn't do that. They kind of just put them up against what this forest entity thing was making them react to. they weren't actually basing it off of the direct thing that was in front of them the whole time, because this whole thing is kind of just in somebody's head. It was just in the person's head, and they're kind of making what this is a reality. And when you start putting wendigos and zombies and having a, killer of those sorts chasing people around, it's just like, that's fine to have all that, but when you throw that at somebody at once and they can't really get a chance to actually comprehend what's going on in the movie, because it's like it's all given to you at once. It's not like we're gonna tell a separate story for this character and a separate story for this character, and introduce this character a little bit later in the movie. No, it's like they want you to experience the whole thing at one time. And it's like, that's an interesting way of doing things, but then you don't get to experience the storyline. You don't get to understand what the characters are going through. You don't get their backstory. And it's like, the backstory helps to understand what they're going through, how they got where they are. And this movie didn't do that. It was only worried about the guy who was running this like asylum thing that this whole universe created, because in this asylum, you're the one who's creating the reality, and the psychosis doctor, whatever you want to call it, is kind of helping that along. But at the same time, the problem is they're reliving the same night over and over again until they escape until dawn. But I'm just going to say this bluntly. If you like horror movies based off of video games, then this would be for you. But if you don't, I don't recommend you see it, because you're going to be confused. You're not really going to understand the plot or the storyline or the climax, anything that this movie has offered. And it doesn't matter if you were like me and you saw somebody play the video game Until Dawn, you're still not going to get it. The only people that are truly going to understand the whole chaos that is this movie is the people who played the game Until Dawn. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go see it, but I'm just saying, be prepared to not really be prepared to not really understand what's going on in the movie. Because, 1 minute this girl's sister disappeared out of thin air and she got turned into a monster that was living in this Until Dawn universe. Because people that are trapped there and they don't escape, they become part of what that forest is. And it took me a little while to grasp the concept of what they were saying and what they were playing into. Like I said, if you played the video game, I feel like you would get a lot quicker. But I'm not saying to not go see it, but at the same time, I kind of am, unless you're somebody who's played the video game or you like that type of deal. Because other than that, it's just confusing. And when I go to a horror movie, I don't like to be confused. And I found it a little anxiety inducing, just tiny bit. Yeah. But you know, that's just my review on it. That's my take on it. But yeah, I wanted to do a quick little review on this movie. I know this is different than the usual ASMR that I do. I don't know where it is. I'm just gonna show you. Oh yes, tomorrow we're going to be reading this, which this is brand new, by the way. This is the book I was talking about. But yeah, we're gonna start reading this tomorrow. So I can't wait to see you then. Hopefully you will enjoy this, and I will see you tomorrow.